Hello, everyone, and welcome to the bracket phase of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2022. After 5 rounds of Swiss, we have gotten all our 3 and 2 players plus our wildcard winner. I don't know off the top of my head who that was, but they have all made it 14 players, double elimination for the championship. This is our first bracket match on our commentators. So this week, got Night Shifter and Star. Take it from here, you two.
Hey everyone, how are you doing, Night Shifter?
I'm doing good, Star. So, we found out that this seed generated especially quick, so warning, we might be seeing some heavy vanilla tonight.
Yes, we might, because welcome to brackets. There are no custom flags. You cannot ban vanilla. If you get it, you're stuck with it. Good luck.
Yep. And yes,
and chat confirming JJ was in fact the one who won the wild card. JJ's on that, and we look forward to seeing you face off against Chromaticalism. Chroma, our defending champion. I do not envy JJ for that one. Ouch.
I think JJ's just happy that he didn't get stuck with either Trails or Big Slamu as his first opponent.
There is that, I suppose. I mean, the options were collectively not great.
And it's also double elimination in our brackets. So, but here we go.
Alright, yep. And Vanilla Shuffle! Yay!
Here we go.
Starting here at the Vanilla Saria northern location.
And we immediately find 3 or 6 and Medicine Cave. Ellendar manages to power through, but Patrick manages to pick up the level, which gives him a little bit of advantage here. Oh, Red Dyra in the dark. Very clean kill on both sides.
Yep, nicely done. And we've got a raft. That is very much needed on the Vanilla Shuffled West. You kind of need it at some point somewhere.
And Ellendar just takes lava bath, but Patrick just up A's and is like, okay, let's go.
Yep, time for Bagu. Time for Bagu's Woods. The funny thing about the caves being your connectors, not literal connectors, but like, one tile passes to wherever on the Vanilla Shuffle map is that you can just enter and exit, and you'll be able to continue on your way, even if it doesn't look like it's perhaps immediately obvious. One of the quirks that Vanilla Shuffle tends to be a little odd to play.
And I can only imagine that after digging this magic container out of P-Bag Cave, Patrick is going to immediately check those 2 bridge tiles to see if maybe one of them is the raft tile.
Yep. And got a magic jar here, which is very nice to have.
Yes, early extra magic is never a complaint.
Yep. That is not a useful bridge.
Oh, but there's the raft tile, which leads to the
Vanilla East.
Oh!
Well,
boy, here we go.
We're in for fun.
Let's see. Let's have the child.
Flutes are required. Flute is required. Death Mountain might not be, but this is going to be a fun time.
Let's put the child in Spell Tower with Spell into Runia. Oh no, that's too much.
I mean, it's possible. Looks like we've got ourselves jumping Naburu, which ain't bad, just not really what
No.
you want to see this early.
No, but the point is we want some max chaos with this vanilla setup.
Oh yeah, vanilla, and watch this be vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain for the extra giggles, because, we all love a good old vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain, right?
Mhm. Oh yes, oh, a vanilla shuffle Death Mountain would just be the piece de resistance.
Yep, what is this spell here, by the way, in Rauru? I missed it for Ellendar.
This isn't Rauru, this is Naburu.
Oh wait, no, I got lost. Never mind.
We are both of our runners are here in the east.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Ellendar was still in the west.
Nope, Ellendar has joined everybody in the east. And nobody knows nothing so far.
No hints at all for these two right now.
And making beeline for sunken Peabag Cave here.
Yep.
Oh, but on
Advantage
my
of a vanilla map is you know where stuff is.
disadvantage of a vanilla map, everything hits like a truck early on.
And the map is incredibly linear, because that's how the vanilla maps go. Lots and lots of hiking and quite a bit of stuff required.
Oh, it got in behind back trick there. Oh no. Oh, and jump is 60. Is that right? 66? And
So, hey homewrecker rating of the party of 21, welcome in, raiders. We've got ourselves the first match of the brackets of the Zelda 2 Randomizer
that's
2022
nice.
Standard Tournament.
That's a nice
between-
early find of the candle.
That
Yes,
is a very
Clem.
nice one to find.
Yes, Clem, get your kicks on jump 66.
Load. So, Patrick back to the west, Ellendar hunting for that candle, there we are.
Yeah,
Cancel
and back
will
to
be
the west
okay
is
as
our
well.
only real choice here.
Yep, can't really get much of anywhere else in the east at the moment. I guess I could
And-
take the cave north, but it kinda sucks, so you might as well head back to the west and explore some more.
Yep, and here's Heart Container Cave in the swamp.
That hammerlock tile here is just a forest tile, so we don't need the hammer for that, which is good.
Ooh, a nice 500 point P bag up for Patrick there.
Yep.
Who's very much ahead in levels right now.
Our container here is a nice find.
Patrick on
Yeah,
3
Patrick has not died nearly as much as Ellendar, so has been able to get more levels for this. Oh, it might be a required Bagu to climb. Oh, and it could be on that tile, I suppose, though we have no idea where Saria is. That would be fun. Or a given definition of the word. That's Saria there, by the way, at the jump cave location.
No, it's not. It's
Or is it? Or no,
Rudo.
Rudo, never mind.
And the trophy is hiding Reflect.
That's always fun. And never mind, I think I got mixed up between maps. So there is, however, another tent at the other end of the
Which
other
is
jump
probably-
cave entrance.
Which is probably going to be Mito.
Could be, yeah.
And Barba slithers with the trophy.
Ooh, that hurts. They're gonna have to dig P6 today.
Yes, yes, they are. And depending on how kind or cruel P6 is generated, they could be in there a while.
Ooh, they can. That Palos has a reputation for being one of the longest and trolliest in the game.
Well, both P5 and P6 are known as the Maze Palaces for a reason.
Indeed. Yeah, it could be Glove and Fairy Block. I mean, we don't know where P6 is. It could be there by start. It could be somewhere else entirely, and they don't know what it'll look like. That Hamlock tile is useless, and that is as far as he can go in that direction. We did see from at the edge of the screen earlier that there is a cave of some type in the swamp, replacing the vanilla P2. So we'll go see what that is.
Time to take a deep dive into the swamp.
Yep.
And finding
'Cause-
gators.
Yep, because they really don't have much in the way of options right now. Don't know if we've seen either end of Parappa Cave yet, but I don't think we have much in the way
Ellendar.
of pass-throughs for the west, and the east is vanilla east, so not much they can do there either.
And Ellendar doing some grinding off these orange Styras, with them being 150 points.
Yep.
And oh, we've got here's Parappa.
Speaking
Oh, no.
of, I guess
No.
time to...
No,
Is it?
not Parappa. This is the back of Fairy.
That works. It's a connector they can take, I guess, at that point, so they can get somewhere else on this west, because they're running out of places to go on the map.
Yep.
Either map.
Yep, here comes Patrick, gonna jump on down. Greeted by
Doesn't take the
moblins
bob.
and Koreas.
No real choice but to take the bob, because there's no down stab. You're just gonna have to jump right into the projectiles, and nice dodging.
He survives. One of those boomerangs would have been enough. Oh!
Well, that's a cave, as we find Rauru, which has life in it.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's. I think they're gonna pick that up.
Oh yeah, they'll pick it up. It's just not progression of any kind.
Nope,
Spells, items, or map-wise. That's one thing that
True.
is nice but not required. Thanks,
Just-
game.
Oh, but they do have access to the rest of that southeastern part of the west too,
There is
where-
that, I suppose.
where Mito usually is.
And you are correct, and I got myself lost again. Go figure. Here's life for Patrick. That is ow. That's a
Oh.
game over for Ellendar and Fairy Cave. That is
Yep.
not good.
No, he was taking some big bops there, and will he come through? Oh, he's gonna take Parappa. We have
Okay,
some divergence.
Guma sits on the magic jar. Well, hopefully they don't need that.
Yep. Patrick's gotta fall, get back out. Oh, and it just leads to the other. Parappa just leads to the other side of Vanilla Saria.
That hurts.
Oh,
hey,
here's
Mito
Mito.
here has shield in it. Yawn.
They will not be coming back for that. Which means
Yep.
that other town we did see across from Rudo is one of the Saria connectors.
Yep. At the northern end of Jump Cave. Not sure which end of Saria, just we know it's one of them. Bagu's also completely missing. We don't know where he is. Or where the other Saria is.
Oh,
maps
and
being
Jump
the map.
is connected to fire.
Yeah, that's fun. So, unfortunately, fire will not be helpful today.
No. Because once Jump becomes cheap enough to cast, and yes, Patrick getting his down stab.
Ellendar back to Fairy Cave. Nothing else you can really do right now. Makes
Death Mountain has the medicine, so right now no real incentive to go into Death Mountain.
no. It's only the shield. We don't even know where the.
Oh,
the
and there's our
mappers
grass
are.
tile. The
There's a
flute.
flute. That's needed.
So that is some quick. If the rest of the southeast west here strikes out, it's gonna be back to the east.
Yep.
As we
There's
find
another
magic
item
container,
cave.
magic container cave. Oh,
Gonna
the
be
red.
our fifth item of the west. We are still missing Trophy Cave, I think is our last.
As Patrick easily takes care of the red Dyra that was guarding the way.
And Ellendar survived Fairy Cave. Wahoo!
Now he can get the news about what's going on.
Urea is not being nice to Patrick here. Yowp!
But Patrick wants those points because that'll give him a level, that'll give him life. And there's the child. Oh, that
That's
could
a
be
good find.
the east. The incentive to go east right now is big.
Yes, it is. There's very little left to do in the west. We've got no access to the northern part of the map. We don't have much else to do. That's equally unhelpful. Of a bridge. And we've got Vanilla Shuffle. Is that Vanilla Death Mountain?
That looks like Vanilla Death Mountain at the moment.
Yeah.
And what palace do we have here? P5.
Yep, P5, at the Vanilla Bito location, kind of a grayish color.
Okay, now the question to Patrick, what you gonna do? Are you gonna try the Death Mountain? Are you gonna just up an A and go back to the east? Oh, he's gonna see where this, if this is the double bridge.
Yeah.
Because if this is the double bridge, that will connect him to somewhere else, possibly here in the west.
Yep.
Oh,
and
nice
he is
timing.
looking for a way north. They both are looking for a way north.
Because right now, they have no... Oh, and it is the double. This is the connector
Nice.
bridge.
Yeah, looking for a way north, and it could be the hammer, but it also looks like it's this.
It could be
There
this.
are only so many ways to get around the map.
Oh,
in
but it's
Vanilla
only to the
Shuffle.
Parappa Desert side.
Oh, that hurts. Is this Bagu?
No,
Nope.
it's not. What if Bagu is the other side of Parappa Cave? Because Ellendar never checked that grass tile that was on the other side.
Alright, Parappa Palace location is another forest tile. This is, in
Bagu.
fact, Bagu. Nice.
Now the
here's
question
for
is-
Ellendar.
Is the Parappa Cave side on this side, is it Nita? I mean, oh no! So, even though
Neither
we...
side of Parappa Cave is useful. They need a hammer to go north, it looks like.
Yep. The main part of the west is hammer blocked. And yep, there's Patrick taking the up A, and he is going to... I would imagine he's going to head east.
Not really anywhere else he's going at the moment. He's run out of stuff to do on the west. Palace 3 or 6 and then Palace 5 are both terrible options for palaces to dig. And Vanilla Death Mountain, when you know one of the items is a medicine and you don't have the hammer, is also not a very fun play right now. I wouldn't be going there either.
And
As he finds, nope.
Yep, so now he knows, better get myself back to the east. Make the play up to Darunia. Make the play, then head south.
Yep.
Because with Child in tow, that would make the most sense. Go up to Darunia, get upstab, get the spell, and then head south.
Exactly.
And that is looking like exactly what he's heading to do.
You may also go to Maze Island, as Clem suggests in chat, because that is an option when he heads north here.
This is true.
Darunia first, though, going to get the stuff out of there, and then never come back because Darunia is really quite a hike.
Yes, in Vanilla, Darunia is very, very isolated, and you only want to make one trip because of these two tiles, kindly named the Darunia Desert tiles. And ladies and gentlemen, they are the biggest pain in the world.
Yep.
And as noted, keys are in the drop pool.
That's good for them if when they just do decide to dig
Oh,
palaces.
this blue is also causing Patrick pain.
Yeah, Ellendar finding out. Oh, great. Hi, Parappa. Thanks.
And Patrick is gonna try and skip this.
There we go. Very nice.
Yep, very well done.
Because these desert confounders really do suck.
Ooh, the regular bat was very beefy.
It looks like
Oh,
fire
it's
is
fire!
in.
Oh, the air slashes from Patrick.
He's grumpy about that one.
Because we know fire is basically useless.
Yep, so we are missing Thunder, we are missing the Spell, we are missing Fairy, and between the three those are in Saria, New Kasudo, and Old Kasudo. Not great.
No, not great at all, considering they are... We've yet to find Saria, and we know that, yes, they can get to New Kasuto and Old Kasuto. Well, maybe they can get to New Kasuto, but it all depends what's in Old Kasuto right now.
Yep. And actually, my memory is bad. That's a very light-colored blue P5. Oops.
Yes, Krista, this is a very blessed seed. A shuffled vanilla west, a vanilla east, a vanilla Death Mountain.
As Ellendar just found, and he's gonna take a look in here. Okay. Guess he wants Hammer Cave, or at least a couple levels. He's pretty close to his next level after all. It just needs another 59 points. There we go.
And Patrick up 8 out of Darunia, and now he's heading south.
Yep.
And here you go, Krista. The River Devil has paid his song.
Yep. That is actually a good point from Clem. Death Mountain might be our way to the northern part of the west. This is Vanilla Shuffle. The other connector cave's gotta be either up north or on the island. I've seen everywhere else.
This is... That would be quite the unfortunate loop.
Oh, it would be. To know as well, there's a decent chance Trophy Cave is in its vanilla location. We haven't seen it, and there's only so many overworld tiles left for it. Would be kind of funny. We know it doesn't have the trophy, but the Trophy Cave could be in its vanilla tile.
Oh, this invisible Moa giving Ellendar the business.
Yep.
And we're finding out that's a really good life spell. And Ellendar gonna give us the Maze Island look.
Patrick heading south here, and is going to head for the other P-Bag Cave.
Yep, heading for Risen P-Bag Cave.
And Maze Island looks kinda meh. Not the worst layout, not the best.
Definitely would love to have the boots here.
Oh, for sure.
And
Here's the first item. And it's a hammer.
Oh, that's hammer. That's access to the rest of the West now.
Yeah.
And just
Good find for Ellendar.
heart
and...
in Risen P-Bag Cave.
Womp womp.
Question is, what's our second item here on Maze Island?
Good question. They'd probably really like it. They need a pair of boots. They need a glove. They'd probably like an onion key.
Yeah. Patrick gonna give us our New Kasuto answer here very quickly.
And Ellendar has found P4 in the maze. That seems rather vanilla.
And it looks like the New Kasuto is hidden.
Gotta find that hammer that Ellendar just picked up. That's a bit unfortunate for Patrick.
Oh, and here's our second item. Just a
P-Bag. Womp womp.
And good fight from Patrick, fighting off 4 Listfellows there. Yep, Patrick confirming the news. And just a magic container on Desert Tile. So, oh, and the
Hey, open three-eyed rock. So you needed a flute to get there anyway. Thanks, game. And that was P2.
Yes, it was. A very purple P2.
Reddish purple, yeah.
As Patrick makes for Old Kasuto, to find out. Oh, but we know. No, we don't. And we have.
You definitely don't know the spell here until now. The spell is Thunder.
Vanilla Thunder, which means Spell is in its vanilla spot of New Kasuto.
Not necessarily. We don't know where Fairy is. It could
Oh,
be its Fairy
true.
and spell left. So they're either... I think they're either both vanilla or swapped.
Yep, they're either both vanilla or swapped.
Wasn't 100% sure where Saria is in the original game.
Oh, no. Saria is usually life in the original game. Fairy
That's what I was
comes-
thinking. I was like, I think
Fairies
I'm
meet
brain
up.
here.
Fairies meet
That
up.
makes sense, yeah. I was like, I know I mismathed something somewhere, but I'm not sure
And
what.
in the east, the Mews are invulnerable.
Ooh, those are fun.
And Ellendar trying to generate the encounter skip here. And, oh!
There we go.
And Patrick is now heading towards Maze Island.
Yep, going to be a little grumpy to see a hammer here, just after being hammer locked out of New Casino.
Yep.
But at least he found it.
And here
And
he
here it
is.
So far, seeds being AC, it's kind of boring maps because we know we're, it's vanilla, and more vanilla. Nothing new there, and kind of slow on items at the moment. We haven't seen a glove, haven't seen any key, no fairy, no boots. We're missing a bunch of stuff right now.
Yep.
Currently, both runners just doing the thing we already did.
Yep. Swap. And I did not see the palace here.
This was P4.
Oh, so vanilla P4. Okay.
Dark blue color today, not too bad.
Oh, Ellendar going for the swag jump. And finally says, yep, I'll just have to go do it the normal way.
Yep.
And Patrick ups and A's. He's coming back to the west. He's going to clear out. He's going to go find out what he is missing on the back in the center part of our west.
Clem still wants to know who spent the time to carve I know nothing into the wall.
Yeah, really.
I mean, who says that this kind of thing is to make sense? It's
Oh.
rando.
And look at that. The other side of Death Mountain was indeed the other connector.
Cave at the other cave at the rarer location.
And there's Saria, which is Spell. So Fairy
Okay,
is in New Casino.
that's fun. Trophy Cave is not in its vanilla location. There
And
is
our
our final Western Palace. Is Palace the other of 3 or 6? Okay.
so 3, 6, and 5 are here in the west. All right.
Yep. So P1 and the Valley of Death are the Ocean Palace and Valley of Death Palace in some combination.
Yep. And here comes Trophy Cave right here.
At the Vanilla Ruder location, we'll see what item is. We have seen all 4 towns, all 3 palaces, and all the caves on the west, so...
It's the glove.
Ooh, that's a glove. But we do know that the island is completely useless today, so that's good to know. Because it can be a real pain to get there sometimes.
Yes, it can. Now the question is, will Patrick... What will Patrick do?
Well, he's going to first go pick up the spell, and then we'll see where he's off to next.
Probably-
They're up also up here, but I would expect an update back east. There's not a lot else to do in the west.
Yep.
Palaces...
This is probably going to be Patrick running straight for New Casino. Because what we know of the East, that seems like to be our next spot of progression.
Yep.
Now the only question that remains is what palace is where? Is GP sitting vanilla or is it on the ocean tile?
Well, that would require one of the runners to decide to go through to either find the boots or go to Valley of Death and take a 50-50, because
Which,
I would not expect the 50-50, because it's a long hike just to find GP if that's where it is.
oh yeah, the vanilla Valley of Death is the longest Valley of Death there is.
Yep.
Because that is the ultimate hike. But as for required items, we don't know where they are. It's down to the boots.
Boots, any key would be a bonus. We have no idea how much ferry costs. I have no idea where Ellendar's going. Okay, there's the up. Yeah,
Even Ellendar probably doesn't look like he knows where he's going.
I was like, Ellendar, that tile's just like a pea bag or something in vanilla. And you don't have boots to. Well, if you had boots, you wouldn't be going that way anyway. That's not useful today. It's not vanilla shuffle. It's straight vanilla. You don't need to go there.
Yep. That's what we don't know yet, Clem. The boots are. There's been no hint for the boots. There's been no way to know where the boots are.
Yep, they could be in P2, Palace 3, P4.
Or they could be right where Patrick's heading, that being New Kasuto.
Yep, could be the other item in Death Mountain. It could be, if it is P1 in the Valley of Death, it could be there.
Okay.
Hey, 5 or 6 jars for this item.
6 containers for the 7th heart container for Patrick. Oh boy.
Gee, thanks.
Ellendar he knows one item's the medicine. And that's the one that was under Spec Rock.
Alright, Hammer Cave is right next door, so not too bad at least.
Yep. So the question is this dip into Hammer Cave required or just another dead-end dig?
We'll find out.
Patrick shows us the any key in its vanilla spot.
Sure, why not, game? That remains, the boots are still missing. We have seen all of the available override items in the west. We've seen, if the boots aren't here, I think they're going into a palace for them. Guaranteed. Yep. Boots are probably here, but you never know, as there's the fairy spell for Patrick.
Yep. Which he really doesn't need to rely on, except for certain rooms now, since he also got his any key.
Mm-hmm.
So
is this Zelda 2, Z2R or all keys? Lol, VT. We do have a lot of vanilla, both in terms of maps and in terms of items.
And
just that's a key bag.
Oh,
that tells us. Oh, great. Thanks for the hint, by the way.
Oh, wow. What a useful hint.
Thanks, game.
At this point, it's palace digging time.
Yes, it is.
And I think Patrick is going to start with our Three-Eyed Rock Palace here. There you go, Ellendar. Back to the east. Because you have yet to go to the southern east. So you don't have thunder, fairy, all that good stuff.
Yep. And yes, Clem, the hint in Yukasuda was that the key is in the east. The most helpful hint possible, considering, you know, it's right next to the key.
And here we go. Patrick
Four.
into P2. And he is going to be looking for the item here because, well, the boots are required and the boots are still at large. Oh, here's the item room.
Oh, that was fast.
And it's the boots!
Yay! Very nice.
So, required dig. This is turning into a severe jet seed now because with this, Patrick is going to be able to go see what the palace is in on the ocean tile, and he'll probably finish out the east and then head back west.
Would I expect so? No real reason not to. Ooh, that lava bath hurts. So do keep in mind he'll have to come back to the east because GP's over here somewhere.
So he might just up an A once he finishes P2 and just finish up the east on a return trip.
I think so, because I don't think it's worth hiking to the Valley of Death on this trip.
No.
It's a hike either way, but the 50-50 kind of sucks at the moment.
Yeah. And it doesn't take that much to get back to the east. If the Valley of Death happens to be P1. Yes. That item room, it's okay. What elevator do I need to take to get the boots?
Yep, because you can peek it from the top, but you need to get to it from the bottom to actually get the item.
And
the top is the pass-through, the bottom is the item, and you can't do both at the same time because somebody was a sadist in designing that room.
Yes, they were. And I
actually have no idea who it was, but go them.
Yes, and that elevator up can be anywhere. So Patrick gonna have to go do some elevator riding to find where his boots are. And very nice tactical cast of thunder there to get the magic level to recover his magic. Up an A and time to do some more.
To start.
Yep.
Imagine if they had a passing with a black item, but an elevator coming up underneath it too. That would be interesting, Clem. Ellendar can find Yukasuda
definitely
now.
taunt. And is this his elevator? No.
Nope.
But he will see where this goes.
More rooms. P2, is the longest on average out of the early palaces. 1 through 3, and it shows. Here's the item.
Yep, here's the item, and well, that's no surprise considering P2 and P5 are connected, and basically P2 is P5's baby brother.
Yep.
So with that, at basically 37 minutes, Patrick's in go mode.
Yes, he is.
From here on out, he can just dive into palaces, except for P6, which he has to dig the
trophy out of reflect.
But he is aware of that.
Yep.
Yes, we're in a no mode, not quite go mode yet. But with this, I would definitely say Patrick is solidly in the lead here.
I would say so. Unfortunately, Ellendar taking some
look at all these
early
hammer
geez,
throwers.
the lag is ridiculous here. But
These
yeah,
hammer
Ellendar...
throwers are kings of lag, and oof.
Ouch.
This time, Patrick's gonna wait until he gets everything on screen to hit that thunder button. Yep, there he goes.
And gets a little bit of a refill. But yeah, Ellendar unfortunately taking some early game overs and then doing a Death Mountain dig that got him nothing at all, unfortunately.
Yep, and here is Helmet Head for Patrick. Ooh, already
out six.
very
Jeez.
weak. Even on
that's it. Not quite. Oops, can't count. Taking a good couple hits per bar, but does go down fairly quickly, and that'll be the first jump for Patrick at just under 40 minutes.
And bosses are only dropping blue magic jars. Oof. And here's
they
Ellendar.
both have any key, or they will right now, so that's not an issue.
Yes. If they had been forced to do just fairy, Ellendar up Aang.
He's decided he's just going to head back to the west.
With now Patrick hot on his heels, but Patrick having cleared P2 and having the boots, the advantage is even more.
Yep, so to be fair, at least Ellendar has no need for the boots in the west, because it's Vanilla West. The boots are incredibly not helpful in the Vanilla biome.
Oh no. And neither is the only help they are in the eastern biome is getting to that island palace.
Yep, this very grape-colored palace is P6 as you find some bars in the windows, which means P3 is wherever that went off to.
P3 was stationed where North Palace usually is.
Ah, yes, thank you.
So this is where their trophy is.
Yep, they both know that, so they will be taking it out of here eventually.
So the big dig of P6 is now on. And oh, look at this! Ellendar fighting a quick Barba. And we're both going to have them fighting Barba here at the same time. Dueling outdoor barbecues, both on attack 4.
Oh hey, open air Barba, always of joy.
Oh wow, that life spell really healing. That looks like it was a max heal. Yes, that is a full 5 container heal out of this life.
Yep. Life being very, very nice today. Barba, not as much, but that's not really a surprise.
And Patrick having a much cleaner Barba fight so far. Getting in much more damage than Ellendar. As Patrick already has him down to 6. One more bar. This is the one you need to be careful on. There we go. Down goes Barba on Patrick, even though he was the second into the fight.
Ellendar not far behind. There we go.
Yep. But that is, yeah, not much out of Barba there point-wise, but and Patrick just turning right around and going to search for that item.
Yeah. Expect Ellendar will do the same because they both need their trophy. There's really
nope, he's gonna
up A and heading back into works. I mean, there's 2 different ways to approach the palace. Barba wasn't far from start that. Doomknocker getting a couple hits on Patrick and back to it.
Yep. But Patrick also has the levels lead here too, sitting on 556, where Ellendar's only 455.
Again, early deaths in game over is kind of hurting Ellendar, both in terms of time loss and in terms of levels, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is mostly really the difference between the two right now. Some rounding differences, but the boots really don't matter at all, in fact, right now.
Yes, they hold no bearing on this race right now, but that early game overs and the rather empty dig of Death Mountain. He took a gamble that maybe something good was there, and oh, but Ellendar has found the item room first.
Yeah, Patrick is someplace that's not that. So,
Yep.
Ellendar, first one out. The issue for Ellendar, though, is he does not have the boots, so he will continue to clear palaces looking for the boots, which is a bit of an issue.
Yep.
He is currently going to go get his Reflect out of Rudo, in case anyone's wondering where he's going at right now.
This is just a quick stop by off for them after P6. But it looks like Patrick is now on the correct path towards the item room.
That's good. And there's Reflect for Ellendar, putting him in boots from Go mode. And he's gonna up a... not really a reason not to, I suppose. His remaining two palaces are at their meter location P5, which isn't too bad. Unfortunately, that's gonna be a pretty miserable dig if he goes in there goes digging for the item. And then his other option is going to be up north there, which is going to be P3.
Yes, Clem.
If you fall behind a Z2R race, it is often because you took the wrong... okay, well, routing can be the difference, but some almost just made a really bad punt.
And Ellendar is headed for P3. I think Patrick lost Rudo. Which is a bit unfortunate. And here's a quick item room in P3. It's the cross. And you know Ellendar did not want to see that. He wants to find the footwear, but we know the footwear is in P2. Patrick pokes his head into the item room, just for giggles. Oh, and actually grabs the cross. Okay. Actually, not probably a bad idea considering how many invisible Moas there are on the way to, in through the Valley of Death. Yes, Clem. Vanilla DM is just hyper infested with those. Oh, and there's very quick Rebo. I expect Patrick, and Rebo's already, the horse is already wounded. And, okay, Rebo comes... Oh, but he moves far enough off to the left. But quick recovery. There we go. Rebo down for Ellendar. As Patrick finds Ellendar. My one concern here is how badly has Patrick forgotten Rudo?
Probably shouldn't be too bad. It's not that difficult to. There's only so many places it could be on the Vanilla West. And we should be able to figure out which of the various tiles it is. Ellendar is out.
Not wanting to go to that P5 just yet.
Okay, interesting. They go east first, which, I guess he wants to find the boots before he decides to commit to 5, which is fair. 5 isn't actually all that far from start. Neither is the craft tile.
That's me though, Patrick.
Yep.
And that's not Rudo either. That's Rauru, Patrick.
Oops. Patrick seems to have gotten a little bit lost then. Which happens sometimes, which is good for Ellendar. Unfortunately, Patrick getting turned around is not
Ellendar actually heading off to P4.
May as well, he can beat it. It's out of the way, so you might as well get it done. Unfortunately, it's not P2, which is even more of a hike. So that's gonna hurt a bit.
Yep. And Patrick finally realizing right where he left Rudo.
Yep.
And P4 on Maze Island is in a very out-of-the-way spot, so you can't even boots walk to it very easily.
No, you just have to go for a hike.
Yep. And at 4940, now Patrick is in go mode. He has everything he needs to beat the game. Ellendar will complete tracker mode, 100% tracker mode, but Patrick will avoid it because he will never go get that medicine out of Death Mountain. Yes, the Rebo Shark. And here's Patrick heading for 5 because once he heads east, he doesn't want to come back east. I mean, come back west. Because that is one thing for Ellendar, he is going to have to make another back and forth.
Yep. Got a contrast of blues here. Got an icy, wintry blue on Patrick's side, and then a dark navy on Ellendar's side. Palettes have been pretty nice to us today. This is
Yes, they have. They have been very nice on the eyes today.
P5 is the brightest palette color we've seen today, and it's not even a bad color. I actually rather like this.
But we have yet to see P1 or GP, and I don't know about you, Star, but some of the P1s I've been playing in practice seeds of late have been I had to squint to get through my P1 last night.
The render does like
the green was so neon it hurt.
We have been there. We'll have to see. P1 at least is short. GP, on the other hand, being a really nasty color, just hurts.
Yes. And unfortunately, it wasn't that short of a P1 either.
We'll have to see.
So, the eyes had to be in full squint mode.
Yeah, but quite liking the current two colors. C2 was a dark maroon. We had a grape-colored P6, so far pretty nice. Blue is my favorite color, personally. I like all different shades of blue, including both the ones we're currently seeing.
Yes, I am a big blue fan as well, so...
P5 is being P5. Lots and lots and lots of forks.
Yeah, not a fully expected P5 here. Patrick is just gonna have to dig to find that, to find Gooma, because Gooma has decided he's gonna hide. And Karok has sequestered himself away pretty well in this P4, too.
Yeah, nowhere to be seen right now as we find this entertaining room.
Which I think he's gonna have to take the drop in this room as Patrick finds Gooma finally.
And yeah, this will be the drop for Ellendar. Gonna pick that P bag up first.
Ooh, and Gooma's taking 2 hearts even through.
Yep!
Even through. Oof.
That hurts.
That hurts. So Patrick is gonna have to play this a little more carefully. And here's the item in P4.
That's a magic jar.
Just a magic jar. And we know the
It'd
item
be
in
nice to have some cheap P though, especially with Thunder. It can be a bit pricey. I'm not sure what its current cost is. I haven't checked in a while.
Oof. Patrick taking another bop, but he gets through his Gooma.
Yep. Is also jump number 4 for Patrick.
Yep.
This P4 is apparently a full clear for Ellendar, because this Karok is not being nice.
No. But here we go. This is Patrick now heading back east. He'll probably head for this P4 first, and then give us the answer to what palace is where.
Yep. As coming out of Maze Island, you can immediately head for the water paths and go check out the Ocean Palace, or you can just check out the ocean. Gonna take the water paths to get to the Maze Island, as well as to the palace on the ocean, which we'll do first, it looks like.
So, what's our... It's GP here on... was boot locked, and P1 is buried in Death Valley.
Yep. GP looks like an olive green there, so continuing to be a very nice seed in terms of palettes. Thank you.
All depends on what the background is, though.
That is true.
Sorry, Patrick. You're not gonna find a nice close-in spot.
No, not really. Finally getting Karok for Ellendar. That took a while.
That Karok was deep.
Patrick might save a little time, I guess. It seems
He found an encounterless route.
Nice. So, Patrick getting in the door as Ellendar gets out the door. A little bit of a high five here.
But Clem, P1 is officially buried in the Valley of Death.
Yep.
Oh, and here comes Ellendar back to the back to the west. Gonna do P5, not knowing that he has to go to that P2.
And we'll have to see.
Oh yes, as far as colors go, no, we have not seen this P1. And like I've said, P1 can be a horror.
Oh, it can. We'll first get this rather agreeable 5, as these two have now exchanged places. Again!
Yep. And Patrick not taking the drop right away, so he is going to gain... not be able to stretch out his lead any here.
I don't remember seeing a hint for boots. Melee, if there was a hint for boots, I forgot it.
We have not. I don't remember. There was a hint for P5, so yes, he should know that.
Oh, that is true. He should know that Gooma doesn't have it. I don't actually remember what the hint was, but if you remember, so that would be good, because I don't want him to stick around here. That would just be a major time sink.
Yep, Goomba sits on the final magic jar, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Patrick up Aing a bit quicker. I think he realizes that drop is where he needs to go. So this might be a pickup in time for Patrick here.
Could be, yeah. Goomba only sits on kids. More digging for both runners. None of these palaces being particularly nice. P5 could have been worse. P4 was pretty bad as P4s go.
It wasn't so bad if you guessed right and took the drop right away.
That's true.
But Patrick did pick up the magic container here in 4, so now he's also on 7, so everybody is in balance in magic and health.
Yep. So, happy 1 hour, everyone. Give both of our runners a follow at Patrick and Ellendar, Patrick having found Karak now. Also follow my co-com Night Shifter and our Trucker Melee Wizard, as well as our restreamer VXR.
Definitely a much faster Karak find for Patrick.
Oh, for sure. Ellendar was in here a while. He's in P5 for a while, too, though Patrick also spent a bit of time in 5.
But definitely a quicker P4 for Patrick, which means he's going to now see himself out of Maze Island and head for the Valley of Death because he has to go take down P1.
Yep, got quite a bit of a hike. It is not fast to get there.
No, it is not. I can only imagine after he's done with P1, though, we'll see an up A and he'll quickly jet back to the east via the raft because that will be a whole lot quicker.
Yes, it will. Rather than trying to backtrack out of the valley, because it's a long trek. Does also get attack, I think that was 7 there, which is very nice.
And
Attack
here's
6 can't count.
Ellendar to Goomba.
Six, 6, 7, very nice levels for Patrick. Ellendar gonna probably, think he's gonna, not sure how much. Either 5, 6, 7 or 6, 6, 6 after this. Not sure what his next level is offhand. Very nice Goomba fight.
Yep.
Goomba sadly not quite enough to get him to 2210, which is in fact going to be Life 7. Alright.
Yep.
And he's out of here. Good.
Yep. Which means back to the east. And hopefully right to P2.
Not really anywhere else he has left to be fair, which should help at least.
Patrick begins the trek through the Valley of Death.
Yep.
Ooh, Patrick trying to go through after his failed fairy feat and didn't quite make it.
Nope. Ouch. And good question from Clem. Will Ellendar go straight to the Valley of Death after P2, or will he go up 8 and check the Ocean Palace first? Not sure, honestly. Either wouldn't. I could see either one. Valley of Death because you're right there, but it's also a long hike, so maybe go to the ocean first. We know that the Valley of Death will be faster, but he doesn't.
All right.
He is hovering too now.
And if he's gonna see the boots here real quick, which he'll know, he'll just commit to digging out.
Yep. Patrick into the second segment of the valley here.
Getting off his last fairy feat. And
here's
the bad news for Ellendar.
He sees the boots and realizes, oh great, thanks game.
Now he's just hoping Patrick played it the same way he did, which unfortunately we know didn't happen.
Yeah. And very nicely palette-wise. I like this shade of green.
So all our palaces very easy on the eyes today.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little more bluish on my end.
Yeah, I guess it's more teal, I suppose. P2 looked a bit more maroon colored on Patrick's side. It's more of I guess a berry color for Ellendar. Also pretty agreeable. This and P5 being the brightest colored palaces today. My bigger issue with P2 is just the patterns kind of bad.
Patrick finds the item room in one and goes, nope.
Yeah, the brick patterns in the P1's not great, and neither is Ellendar's stream resolution right now.
Yes, Ellendar's stream resolution is a bit painful at the moment.
It's dropped like a rock a bit at the moment. Update for Patrick to restart his P1. Here is the pass room. No, that's not the pass room variant of that room. There are two different variants of that room. One where you have two enemies on the stairs, which is a passer, and one where you have only one enemy or no enemies on the stairs, which is like
and there's Horsehead for Patrick.
That'll be his final gem at 106, 9, and then he'll be off the GP.
Yep, there's that up A. And,
Ooh, this room trolling Ellendar there decides, yep, he'll just ferry through it.
Sometimes that's the only way to do it.
And that's a loop, because hello again, Boots!
Yep.
In case you forgot, that's where your boots are.
And at 107.25, Patrick is the first person in the GP.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have a solid black background, so this is not that bad.
Not at all. kind of a olive green is what they called it originally. I think I'm gonna still go with that. Pretty agreeable shade, and the brick pattern's decent too.
Oh, back-to-back identical rooms as Ellendar finally finds his way to the boots.
Hey, still has to find his helmet head though, which is gonna take him a little bit.
Yes.
Helmet head himself shouldn't be too bad, at least, since he was a bit sick today. Also, nice. Patrick.
Yep, and very linear GP so far.
Very linear. More of these low ceiling rooms, which usually have a bunch of enemies in them, though this one seems to be kind of.
This would be a lot worse if there had been a whole bunch of chickens in there.
Oh yeah, the chickens are.
MIA so far. I've seen one spicy chicken and that's it.
I was going to say, I think our chickens are on vacation.
But do we have some divergence here now.
Yep, got 2 identical elevator rooms in a row. That is not a loop.
Nope. So the question is, which? Oh. And some more.
No,
options.
That's a loop.
That's a loop? Okay. So
going right at the top, the upper of the 2 elevators went
to the bottom.
Went to the bottom left of this elevator shaft. Yeah, so that's at least one thing to note.
All right,
and that's a waffle room.
Yes, it is.
Also, no chickens in this first waffle. Where are they today?
We had the one right before this room, and the one spicy chicken, but
that's it. Yeah. And hi, helmet head, and bye, helmet head. Patrick, going to turn around here. So this was the lower, out of the 2 middle elevators, this was the left side one.
Yeah, this was the lower right.
Yeah, this is the lower right out of the middle one. So Patrick decided he does not feel like continuing down this path. He's going to go either probably top left or top right next, I think.
Yep.
Because I think the lefts out of those 2 identical elevator rooms are both dead ends, and Ellendar's gonna be glad he went here because this is this is P1.
Yeah, so
taking a gamble.
Good gamble on this. This is gonna let Ellendar catch back up a little bit as GP continues to troll.
Yeah. Oh, there's another chicken. Okay.
Here's the chickens.
And no, wait, no, these aren't dead ends. There's lower middle left here is now his next choice. Build out of lower middle right from this elevator shaft. Lower middle left is next. Upper middle right is a dead end, and we haven't seen the other 3 exits off the top.
And here's another branch.
Yep, more branches, lots and lots and lots of choices. That's a death. Ouch.
And bubbled.
There is choices, which is good for Ellendar that there seems to be quite a lot of force in this GP, because if he can get in here quick enough and find a path that Patrick didn't take, this could be good for him, but he is several minutes behind, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, but with a branchy GP like this, who knows?
Indeed, this spicy chicken looks a little familiar.
A little.
Not actually sure if it's a loop or not, it just seems a bit familiar. My sense of direction is as horrible as it's ever been. It's also taking a lot of hits. There we go.
Attack 6 and just not getting through them.
Not at all. But and ending up this elevator. Oh hey, here's T-Bird. Okay.
He's T-Bird. With the timely magic level there. To replenish his magic.
Yep. Thunder taking out 5 bars there.
Yep.
Pretty typical. T-Bird shouldn't be too bad.
And-
Attack 6.
Nope, and it could also be quite possible that Darklink is right next door because there were a lot of branches in this GP.
Oh yeah, there were. And Chad actually correcting me. It was 62 Thunder at Magic 7, so it was about 4 bars, and I can't count.
Alright, there's Thunderbird down for Patrick.
And is Darkling right here? Nope!
Nope. He must go on.
Yes, he does. Tries to get the jumps, does not succeed, and decides to just cast a jump spell.
Oh, but does get the magic, so he'll take that. He'll take the life. And then move on.
Ellendar is now heading in the correct direction. Here's another chicken. Should be in general kind of light on enemies. Not just on chickens, but on everything else, really.
Yes. As Ellendar finally takes down Horsehead, he'll be off to GP here soon, but there's Darkling for Patrick. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs into chat, because this race is about to come to an end.
Yep. Now, Patrick gonna move on to the next round of brackets here, to get
Face-
caught with Trails next.
So while Patrick wins the race, does he really win?
Ellendar gets a bit of a break, because he gets to wait for 3 different races to wrap up before he knows his next... 3 races to wrap up before he knows his next opponent.
Yep. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. At 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 38 seconds, Patrick has won the race, and Ellendar has immediately forfeited after.
Understandable. GG's to them both.
Yes,
Good race.
GG's to them both.
We will see if they want to come in for an interview. Speaking of GG's, guys.
GG's to both of you.
Hey, GG's.
Yeah, you do. Thank you.
Well, I know what lost me that race.
What was that?
When I left New Casino, I up 8 out and cleared the west first.
Yeah.
Basically, like, hard last location to the boots. The only item I didn't have was I didn't get the item in 1.
And that would do it. I was worried because I found the hammer so late. I'd cleared everything else I could up until that point. But yeah, definitely not doing P2 immediately would have been problematic.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, my thought was, well, like, there's a whole bunch of palaces, like, basically right next to each other that are very easy to get in the west. And I know I have to go back and get Reflect anyway. And I don't want to take the 50-50 that Valley of Death is GP. So I figured I would just go back west and start clearing those palaces. But the thing I didn't consider properly is that back west was 3, 6, and 5, and then 4 on Maze Island. Versus 2. 2 was just real short. I probably should have gone back and just done 2. But, like, in a like a global sense, I like that routing, but in a, like, P2 is really short. I probably should have gone and done that first. But usually I like to go back and do that when I'm going to do Valley of Death, and so I wanted to do it last. But oh well.
Yeah, I think my thought process was once I did New Kasuda, figured that I could do Palace 2 and then hope that Grand Palace was in the Valley of Death and avoid like a 4th trip through the Wilson Walls.
Yeah. Once I passed through that item room in 2 that showed me that it was the boots, I was like, okay, well, I'd probably lose, but that's fine. I'll keep playing it out. I was on the way to GP when you got done, so I was pretty significantly behind. How bad was GP?
Lots and lots and lots of forks. Not a lot of enemies, but quite a few different elevators you could have taken in a few different directions. Patrick,
Yes, it took
didn't take
Patrick.
too many of them.
It took Patrick some time to finally find Thunderbird, but once Thunderbird went down, it was, I believe, 2 rooms, and he was at Darklink.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was pretty far behind. That's not surprising. Some of those palaces in the west were unpleasant.
All right. So this means, Patrick, while you won today, can you really call it winning? Because your next opponent is Trails.
That sounds like a win to
Trails
me.
5 times in the Max Rando tournament, so I've got some experience.
And then Ellendar?
I have to hope for a Zardax loss now. That's what we're hoping for. That's
Actually,
yes, your rivalry continues. It is possible, so you've got a while to wait.
you're actually hoping for a Zarnax win in the first round, then a Zarnax loss.
okay. That's how that works. Okay.
Because-
Well, it's okay. The tournament will conspire to produce that result. Basically whatever we do. It wouldn't be a tournament if I didn't play Zardax.
True, because you moved down to the losers round 2, actually. So
Oh, okay.
you await the winner of match 12, which is going to be the 2 winners of Chroma and JJ and Zarnax versus Sparkles.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got 3 matches to wait on. One of which, if Zarnax wins versus Sparkles and then loses to the winner of Chroma and JJ, you get to face off against the rival again.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'd love to see. In the meantime, you've got a bit of a break to practice, I guess.
Yeah, practice. That's definitely something I've been doing.
Or commentate, or whatever else catches your fancy.
Much more likely to do the latter there.
And now,
So,
good luck to you
any-
both in your
So any
matches.
final thoughts, gentlemen?
Nothing here. Thanks for sticking around and putting together the commentary pretty late. Hacking and streaming.
Yeah, good luck against
thank
Trails.
you. And thanks, you too. Whoever you end up facing. Hopefully Zarnax.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Well, thanks again, guys. Have a good weekend.
GG's.
Alright, so let's and shout out our runners, Patrick and Ellendar, our commentators, Star and Night Shifter, and to our tracker Melee Wizard. See what we have. We have a pretty busy schedule tomorrow. And it starts off with a couple of Wind Waker randomizer races at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we have a lot more going on. We got Skyward Sword, we got Majora's Mask, we got Minish Cap. A lot going on.
Yes, we do. Next Z2R match currently scheduled for this coming Wednesday, but I'm sure people will get a few more matches on the schedule between now and then. We will keep an eye out on schedule for the next one.
Alright, so that'll be it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to raid Trablite doing vanilla all keys. So, yeah, see you all next time.
Good night.